Do you want to know how much it really costs to start a hair business? Well, I'm about to put y'all on. But before we get into the tea, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Like, comment, and subscribe. Alright, so a lot of the girls be saying you can start a hair business for under $100. I'm here to tell you the truth that it costs way more. This is only how much it costs to actually start the business. So I wrote down in my handy dandy notes. So say you want to start off with inventory. If you're doing pre-order and you're not having no wigs on hand, then this doesn't pertain to you. But if you're actually having wigs on hand and you're having inventory, say if you have 5 wigs around 22 inches, each wig might cost $200. So if you get 5 wigs, that's already $1,000 that you're gonna need to have so that you can have those wigs on hand. And if you have the wigs on hand, you can either put it on for you and your model. If you're doing a photo shoot, that's something different. But to start off with actual wigs, it might cost up to $1,000 or even more, just depending on the lengths that you're getting, whether you're getting frontals or 5x5 lace closure. That all plays a part in it. But I would say about $1,000 is good to start with having inventory. Of course, bundles is different too, but I'm saying for wigs, if you're getting 5 wigs on hand just to start, you're gonna need $1,000 at least. All right, and those is for 22 inches because most people don't like short hair, so the girls love long lengths. So for the long lengths around 22 inches, it's going to be $200. The next thing you need to think about is where you're going to have your website on. Now, I personally use Shopify, and for Shopify, after the 3-day free trial, there is a monthly fee, which is $39 a month, or you can do the yearly plan. But if you don't know how you're going to do in the business, I would suggest doing the monthly before you pay for the whole year, and you get to have Shopify for $39 a month, and it comes with a lot of features. There are also paid features you can have on Shopify, but you don't have to use those things. If you're just starting out, you could just use the free templates that they have on the website so that you can start off with your business. Okay, other thing you have to think about is packaging. Now, packaging can cost anywhere from $20 to $200. It's just depending on how many you need. You can either go on Amazon. They have packaging or poly mailers that cost like up to $25 for like $25 for like about 20 mailers. It's just different pricing and different quantities if you're looking for something. But if you want real custom packaging, it's going to cost a little bit more from the Chinese vendors. They're around, for the most part, they're around like $200 because they're going to put your logo on them or a picture, whatever you want on your boxes or your poly mailers, they're going to do for you and send you a bulk of it. They don't usually do sample orders. They always send a bulk. So you're probably going to have to order like 40 boxes. For the most part, I would say 40 boxes, even though you're only going to have 5 wigs, but just in case. It's just depending on what you want to do. So you could start off like I said with Amazon, because Amazon is cheaper. You're not going to have that much wigs on hand, so I would suggest doing that. Once you get the hang of things, then you can order more, and you can use the money for the sales that you have for that inventory to re-up on other wigs and stuff like that. The next thing I would say you have to think about is marketing. The marketing cost varies also, so it can be anywhere up to $5 all the way to $1,000. It's just depending on what you want to do, because you can pay for ads on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. Yeah, those are the 3 top places you can pay for ads. You can pay for ads on Instagram for like about $5 or more, just depending how long you want the ad to be up and how much of a broader audience you want to reach out to. You can also pay for an influencer. That varies too. That could be like $200 or more, just depending on how many followers or how much influence that influencer have. So that can also vary too. So if you want to just start off with Instagram ads or Facebook ads, then you can start off, like I said, with at least $5 or $10, just depending on your budget that you have set aside for marketing. And that's not even including the photo shoot that you're going to have for your business and stuff like that, because that's another price for that. So like if you do have a photo shoot and a photographer, you have to pay for the place, and that could be around $200 if you go on Peerspace or Airbnb, just depending on where you get your space from. And then the photographer is going to cost anywhere up to $100 or $200. So you have to keep that in mind too. And that goes into marketing because that's for your website. And then the other thing you're going to have to pay for that I would suggest is a virtual business address, because when you ship out your items to your customers, it's going to have a return address on the shipping label, and you want the return address to not be your address. You want it to be a business address. So you can get a virtual address from iPostal for about $10 a month, and they'll give you an address where you can put on your website. All of the items that needs to be returned can be sent to your virtual address because it's an actual place. And if not, if you don't do returns, that's something different, but you just want another address on your packaging so that everybody won't know your address where you live. So that's very important to have. Rounding up all of these things that I just named, that could be around $2,000 and more, just depending on where you want to start. You can start from the cheapest and then move your way up, or you could just start off with a bang if you have the money. If you have the money, baby girl, do what you have to do. Like, even if you have the money, I feel like you should still have a budget for each sector of your business. So have a budget for marketing, have a budget for your inventory, have a budget for every part so you won't be spending a whole bunch of money on everything. Be calculated, be organized, and make sure everything is what you want it to be. Don't go over what you set your goals out to be, and just do what you have to do for your business, okay? So thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope this helped you guys a little bit, and stay tuned for my next video.
Normally I'm quick to switch up my